team. We just weren't able to do the things that we needed to do to score one more run than them. So a lot of tight ball games throughout the course of the weekend. And anytime you get into those types of events, we continue to preach about the little things. And, I thought they did those better than we did. Proud of our guys, had a little bit more offensive life today. Were able to score some runs, so that was a positive. And then have the bases loaded with, our grayest-haired player at the plate there at the end. So gave ourselves a chance to win. Just came up a little bit short, but all the credit goes to La Tech.
Obviously, two plays in the eighth inning that were back-to-back were huge. One, Jared Hart gets picked off of first base with a runner right in front of him when you're down two. What did he say after that?
Yeah, I was actually hoping that you would have some answers for me. That's some of those little things that I'm referring to through the course of a game that just they're unacceptable. They can't happen, and all of that, Gary, goes straight to me. The players win, and I lose, and what I didn't do well enough is coach Jared up in that situation, and I'm going to have to make sure he understands that that's not a possible option in a scenario like that. That was a big play by them. And, again, they took advantage of it. So I thought we had a lot of things like that don't maybe show up in the scoreboard, scorebook or stat sheet, whatever you want to say. Graffy thought his ground ball was foul, early. They called it fair. I looked up. I didn't understand why the kid was throwing the ball to first base. One of our fastest runners was out on that play. That was a big deal. And then, at the very end of the game there, we get 3-2 with Tanky up down 2, and that's a make sure he goes to the plate moment. And then they have a scramble underhand flip to the second baseman and a bang-bang. That can't happen. That ball has to be fielded, redirect his body, and thrown all the way across the diamond to make a play if possible. But, those are a few things that come to my mind. But, like I told the kids at the end, we're going through a tough patch right now. Obviously, when somebody comes into your home park and takes all three, we're going to have tough times for us, but tough people will get through it. We've just got to try to clean up some things and try to stay on course, and taste some success so that we can get this thing rolling in the right direction.
And then Louise gets clobbered by a pitch, and I guess they appealed saying he didn't try to get out of the way of it. Is that the...
Yeah, that was the deal, and the rule says, that he obviously there was some kind of roll into it. It was a breaking ball that hit him in the head, but they said because of the attempt that it was in the wide of the batter's box that they called him out. So unfortunate because, that changed the complexion of the game for sure. I haven't seen that too many times in my life, but, when a batter gets hit by the ball in his own batter's box, you would think that would be a earning of first base.
Yes, you would.
I felt bad for Luis, too. He was vomiting in a garbage can after that because the blow to the head affected him severely, obviously. So unfortunate for us. We seem to have replay involved, obviously trying to get the calls right. So, hard for me to argue when they go in there. They're supposed to know the rules, and they see it one way, and that's the call. It's hard to argue.
It's hard to believe that Aldrich gave up 6 runs today because he was totally dominant except for two little stretches there. Just how do you assess?
Yeah, disappointing too. In the fact that they ended up getting the home run there, but it was a 2-out, nobody on with 2 strikes to the batter, and trying to throw a cutter down and away or breaking ball down and away and misses high arm side and hits their guy. So that kind of just just gives the next man an opportunity. And there's a little bit of wind today, and different than what it had been the first 2 days. And guy hits a, I would say more of a fly ball that gets some help was from the wind, and the thing goes over the scoreboard. So, hey, both teams were playing in it though. So he was fine. He just probably not as sharp as he'd like to be.
Their pitcher has been great all year long. You got to him early. You feel like you scored enough runs that you should have been able to win today.
Yeah, no question. Yeah, it's just a team game though, Gare. It's like when Olfthoff pitches on Friday. He has to hold them to under what we score. I know that's tough, but it's all about scoring one more run, than the other team, and we weren't able to do that at all this weekend. So, but like I said, there was some better ball flights today. I thought we used the middle of the field a little bit better, the other side of the field a little bit better. We had some directive in batting practice today, trying to kind of set our sights towards more of the middle of the field and not be so loose and out front and rolly over type of stuff. So there was some positives that way. And again, kids showed a lot of fight there at the end, and get the top middle of the order up there with first and third. Thought it was unfortunate too. They got the ball that gets by the catcher.
Bounced right back.
Yeah, but Burns, Engelhard moves up, and for some reason Burns doesn't see it. And that changes that. But we ended up stealing the base there to get it. But we just have to do whatever the game requires. And today it said that we needed to score 9 to win, and we only came up with 6. So.
You moved Burns up to leadoff for the first time this year, and it paid off right away. Do you think you might stick with that for the time being?
Yeah, I just kind of liked it. I'm not saying that Jared's not a leadoff hitter, because Jared's done fine. He's actually playing pretty good baseball. He likes to swing, and he doesn't walk a lot or do a lot of those things, and so I just try to maybe kind of push Colin up, give him that extra at bat, so to speak, and then maybe put Jay Hart down a little bit, just where he can be a little bit more aggressive in some of those situations, hopefully with runners on base. And I like the flow of the lineup a little bit today, so we'll just kind of have to see how it goes.
And is there any timetable on Trevor Minder's injury, and could it be a season ender for him?
You know what? I'm not going to put a timeline on it. I don't think, Garrett's going to be season ending, but I will tell you that you won't see him on Tuesday for sure, and probably for a little bit after that. But I'm hopeful, as we get into the beginning of conference play, Young and Studley is a good combination, so hopefully he can heal up quick and get him back, because boy, it's sure a void not having him out there.
Right, like you mentioned, there's no time to mope on this. You've got LSU coming in on Tuesday. What do you feel like the mindset's going to be for that?
Well, the mindset's going to be what we choose it to be, and what I'm trying to do as the leader of this program, especially during these tough times, is to choose, words like believe and positive and spirited and staying with it, because I tell the kids all the time, your mind organizes your body, and we only have one choice, and we're just going to have to get up off the ground. We got 10 counted this weekend, so we're going to have to respond and get into another fight here soon, which will be Tuesday against LSU. So hopefully the nature of that game just in itself will bring some attention, and La Tech obviously had our attention for sure all week, but we get a chance to take our day off tomorrow and then come out Tuesday and try to give them heck.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Gary, as always.
Yeah, go ahead, Karen.
Okay, Bennett, obviously you want to have a game like this and a win, but you had a double, a triple, and then you had a good at bat in the ninth inning. What was your thought? You ended up taking the walk, keeping the inning alive, bringing Frankie up to the plate. What was your approach at bat, and how frustrating is it to lose the game that you guys probably should have won today?
Yeah, that at bat, that guy, we had the scouting report on that guy, said he was a change-up heavy. That was his best pitch. So trying to force that ball up and not expand the zone with guys on base. And when we still need more than just when we still need more runs to score. It's obviously disappointing to lose a heartbreaker like that when we emptied the tank and had a good opportunity to win. But like I've always said, I always believe in us, and we're going to be fine. We're a great team, so just got to stay the course.
What was the difference? Obviously, pitching matters, but you guys couldn't do anything Friday and Saturday. Today, their pitcher had great numbers coming in. I think he thrown a two-hitter against Arkansas his last time out, and you guys really got to him early.
Yeah, that was a good job by us early, and I think the difference for me personally was just kind of aggression and trying to force the ball up the middle, like Coach Jewett said, instead of being out front. So just aggression and a middle-of-the-field approach worked well for us today.
You guys have been confident all year. This is the first. It was tough the way you lost against Mississippi State, but this is the first time you've had a series like this. How do you make sure that the confidence stays high going forward?
Yeah, that's Coach Jewett is always going to be confident in us. He's always going to believe, and he does a good job of that. But I think personally, internally of the players, and he says this too, we need to keep that belief and motivate each other, and we need each other more than ever right now. So we'll still be confident. We'll still believe, just like Coach does.
LSU on Tuesday. Obviously, you've never been involved in that. Actually, the teams haven't played in 3 years now. But what do you anticipate for that game on Tuesday?
It's going to be a good battle, good game. It's always great to play against good competition. It's always fun, and I'm excited. I'm really excited. I think we can pull it out.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.